Hey guys, Uggs here, aka Uggs Knife, and I am kind of happy and kind of jaded to bring you one of my first search and destroy matches of Black Ops. And I'm happy because it's a new game, and I'm jaded because there's a lot of disappointments. But some of these are going to be patched, and of course some of these won't because they're too big and too integral to the game itself. The first thing that I would like to talk about is the kill streaks. And your default kill streaks are actually Spy Plane, which is 3 kills, then you get a care package, which is 5 kills, and then you get the attack helicopter, which is 7 kills. And of course, the last default is no good to knifers, but don't worry, you get to change them at the low level of 10. So you're going to have to deal with that. And then once you get to buy your kill streaks, after Spy Plane comes RCXD, which is a remote controlled explosive device, which costs 3 kills, and it's pretty much like a kick-ass RC car that you get to drive around the map and then explode on your enemies and just tear them all to shreds. And then you've got the counter Spy Plane, which is pretty much the counter UAV. And then that costs 4 kills. And then alternate to that, you get the SAM turret, which costs 4 kills. And once you place that down, you have to call it in like a care package. And then once you pick it up, then you get to plant it kind of like a sentry gun. And then that'll shoot down pretty much anything that flies. And that's pretty cool. But no help to a knifer, and I'll tell you why later. And then for 5 kills, you get the care package. And the care package is the care package random kill streak, as we all know. And then the secondary 5 kill streak is the napalm strike, which is pretty much the airstrike of Modern Warfare, but it's more geared as to setting the ground on fire and letting people walk through it, which is kind of cool. I've watched. And then for your first 6 kill streak, you get sentry gun, which is of course the sentry gun. And then for your secondary 6, I wouldn't say secondary, for your second option as the 6 kill streak, you get the mortar team, which is going to allow you to choose 3 spots on your map, and your mortar team will bomb pretty much those 3 spots on the map and allow you to get kills. And then your primary, of course, for the 7 kill streaks, which is default unlocked, is attack helicopter, and that is, of course, an attack helicopter. Your second option for 7 kill streaks, once you buy that, is Valkyrie rockets, and that's kind of like a Predator, except that you have to shoot it from the ground. Make sure you're looking up into the sky and you don't have any cover above you, and then it will let you remote control that missile all over the map. It's not going straight down. You can actually fly it into the air, across the map and back, and then just go wherever you feel is necessary. And then for your 8th kill, you get a Blackbird. And the Blackbird is like a UAV, but so much cooler because it shows the enemy position. So it'll show up on your HUD, your heads-up display, and it'll actually tell you which direction the enemy is traveling. So that is really helpful in search or in any other game type that you can think of. And it can't be shot down. It's kind of like a stealth bomber in that sense. And then for your second option for the 8 kill streak, you can get Rolling Thunder, which is pretty much a stealth bomber and an airstrike all in one. It just comes in, kills, and leaves. And then for 9 kills, you get the Chopper Gunner, which actually shows you in the turret, and you get to kill people. And it's not as powerful as the Chopper Gunner was in Modern Warfare 2. And then for your first 11th kill streak option, you have Attack Dogs, which of course is awesome. And it does the same thing as it did in when they first introduced them, and that is rip people to shreds. and decimate the enemy team. And then for your last kill streak that you get to choose, you can get the gunship, which is where you pilot an attack helicopter and is very reminiscent of a chopper gunner in Modern Warfare 2. Now, as far as your perks go, for perk 1, you have the options of lightweight, scavenger, ghost, flak jacket, and hardline. Lightweight, of course, makes you move faster, and scavenger, of course, replenishes ammo and grenades from fallen enemies. Ghost makes you hidden to spy planes, which is UAVs, and it's pretty much ineffective against air support until you get Ghost Pro, which in order to get Ghost Pro you have to shoot people, so that's not very good, and it's not going to happen for knife-only people. And then of course you got Flak Jacket, which of course is just like the old Flak Jacket, makes you take less explosives damage, which includes C4, grenades, or claymores, anything of that sort. And then you've got Hardline. Hardline, of course, makes kill streak rewards require one less kill, and actually, once you get Pro, I hear that you can actually change a care package into something better. And that's pretty cool, because from what I've heard, it actually makes it a whole lot better. Say you get ammo in your care package, if someone comes along with Hardline and changes it, it can change it to something totally different, like say a chopper gunner, which is awesome. And then for perk 2, we got Hardened, Scout, Steady Aim, Sleight of Hand, and Warlord. Hardened, of course, is pretty much FMJ. Makes you shoot through walls with more damage. And then you've got Scout, which is pretty much like Steady Aim from Modern Warfare 2. You can hold your breath longer when you're scoping with a sniper. And then you've got Steady Aim, which of course makes you fire better with increased accuracy from the hip, which can actually be affected with your Tomahawk, and that actually will help you get your Steady Aim built up. And then you have Sleight of Hand, which of course reloads your weapons faster. And guys, they made this so much better. Like, I've watched people use Sleight of Hand, and you almost cannot see them change mags. It is that fast. And then you have Warlord, which is pretty much Treyarch's bling. And you can attach two things to your primary, which is pretty cool, but also not very practical for a knifer. And then for perk 3, you've got the Tactical Mask, which protects you against Nova Gas, which is pretty much the sarin gas of World at War. And then you've got Marathon, of course, which makes you sprint for longer distances. But once you get Marathon Pro, you cannot sprint for infinity, which I kind of like, because it dulls it down a little bit and makes it a little bit more tactical when you use it. And then of course there's Ninja, which in this one there's no scrub screens, aka heartbeat sensors, so automatically it makes your footsteps silent. But in this game, because the maps are so loud to begin with because of all the background noise, it's not really a big help until you get Ninja Pro, which makes enemy footsteps louder. But guess what, guys? To get Ninja Pro, you have to shoot 150 people, or you have to get 150 kills with the suppressed weapon. Again, not good for knife-only people. And then you get Second Chance. Second Chance is, of course, kind of like Last Stand. You pull out your pistol and you get to shoot people before you die. And, of course, not useful to knifers. And then there's Hacker. Hacker, I am looking forward to using, actually, because it's pretty much like Bomb Squad. You can see C4, you can see claymores, you can see pretty much anything that the enemy lays down, to include sentry guns and SAM turrets. And I'm actually going to be using that in Search and Destroy, which I have actually not seen yet. I have never seen anybody use Hacker and Search and Destroy. And then let's go to your Lethal. Lethal, of course, is instead of your regular grenade slot. Oh, excuse me. Lethal, you can get Frag or Semtex, which of course everybody knows what that is, or you can get the Tomahawk. Tomahawk is what replaces a throwing knife, and is pretty much the exact same thing as a throwing knife. You have to arc it if you're going to throw far, but it's completely white. So if you're in a snowy or concrete round like the one that I'm in right now, if you throw that thing, chances are you're not going to find it unless you just so happen to accidentally walk up on it. And but I love it though. And the crosshairs are smaller for that. And then for your specialty grenades, it's called tactical. You get the Willie Pete, which is a smoke grenade, and that actually causes a small amount of damage, but that's still okay. And then you get Nova Gas, which actually, you know, blurs vision, keeps them from moving, and damages them. And then you've got the old trusty Flashbang, which does the same thing as it did in Modern Warfare 2. People can't see, people can't hear, and it disables turrets like a sentry gun. And then you've got Concussion, which is pretty much like a stun grenade. You know, it slows them down and keeps them from moving. And then you've got Decoy. Decoy is actually pretty cool. Decoy makes the sounds of the enemy team firing. So on their map, it shows up as someone on your team firing, like say somewhere off in a corner, so they're drawn to that. And you know, you can choose to use that however you want. Alright, well, I do believe this is coming to an end, and I will see you in the next one. And check you guys.